Welcome to our live stream of high school sports. Please note that this broadcast is produced by an independent team of sports enthusiasts, and the views, opinions, and commentary expressed are solely those of the commentators and not representative of the schools, teams, or athletes featured. While we strive for accuracy, occasional errors or misstatements may occur. This stream is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the show.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Hey, you ain't never seen nothing like this. Ain't no telling how it might get. It's the hypest right here. High school sports at its finest. So many highlights, you have to rewind it. Hey, Stream City, let me just remind you. The heart of a lion, a team full of fighters. So many stars on the field, it'll blind you. They're giving everything they got till the time's up. Yeah, legends in the making. History is made. We just getting started. You ain't seen a thing. YSN, gotta know the name. They gon' bring the flames. They gon' do their thing. Take it to another level. Don't hold back. High school, got a passion and we show that. Got the drive and you know they got the heart. Number one spot for your high school sports. Let's go for the win. Hey.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to a Tuesday edition of YSN Live. DJ Yoakley alongside, ready? Here we go. The 8-time best-selling author, Grammy and Emmy award-winning, 2-time Grammy winner, by the way. Also, world traveler, Pulitzer Prize nominee. Didn't win. We'll get him next time. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Anthony Ronald Hartley. What's up, Ronnie?
Yeah, it's a good day. Trying to perform halftime of the Puppy Bowl next year. We're going to try to get that. I think two Grammys might be able to get me there. But
what are you going to sing? What are you going to sing?
Let's see. What's it? Old Red. It's the only dog song I know. Old Red by Blake Shelton.
Never heard it.
It's probably not appropriate for the Puppy Bowl, but we'll go for it.
Is it about shooting a dog? Like
no, it's about breaking out of jail using a dog to break out of jail. He gets put to jail. I think he kills his wife's affair. Wife's having an affair. He kills the guy, goes to jail. They have a dog that chases down people that like try to escape. So he gets another dog sent down from his cousin in Tennessee. So the dog that belongs to the jail chases the female dog instead of him. So they go in opposite
all
directions.
in like a 3-minute song.
Yeah. Country storytelling.
Layers. There's layers to this thing.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're off track, 30 seconds. We have an awesome show for you today. So much to recap from last night. So many games, so many great games going on across YSN, and some we couldn't even get the touch on, but we got the final scores and we have the stories for you here on the network. Ladies and gentlemen, today joining us, head ball coach, champion head ball coach of the LeBray Vikings, Mrs. Mandy Rowe will join us, and we're excited for that. Always a huge advocate for what we do here at YSN. She's been a coach for the All-Star game, and now she is the head basketball coach of a championship team. We get the first interview, I believe, right after. Cannot wait for her, and cannot wait to have her tell the story of listening to the call, because there's someone she likes, I would imagine, a heck of a lot, who had one of the best calls that I've ever heard, whether it's YSN or otherwise. Austin Rowe, her son, absolutely just, I'd like to say dynamite, but he blew that thing up like no other. It was incredible. A-Rowe, appreciate you, brother. That was an incredible call. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got a career in broadcasting if he wants it.
Yeah, as soon as his basketball career is over, he's got the go straight to broadcasting, do not pass go. Yeah.
He is just absolute gold. And we're so happy to have him, and we're happy to have Mandy on the show here in just a few minutes. And then, of course, one of the best ballers in the entire area, the junior from Cheney, averaging almost 17 points a game. Austin Brown will join us from the Cheney Cowboys. We will talk to Austin here in a little bit. Talk to him about, the difference. I mean, this being his junior year, now he's been in that leadership role, I think, since the jump. How has his leadership style changed? How do things change as they head towards the playoffs this year, which are right around the corner, Ant? Right around the corner, and how the Cheney Cowboys have been once again flying under the radar somehow. Is that a benefit, or is that a little bit of haterade that's been dumped on the head of the Cheney Cowboys? So we will talk to Austin Brown about all that and more on this great Tuesday for what we're bringing in. But Ant, let's get to the scoreboard. You can look at all the scores on YSN Live. All you have to do is go to ysnlive.com/scores. But with that being said, let's take a gander at the scores from last night. If I can get the scores page up. There it is. 69-59 winners, Wycliffe over St. John. Orange with a big win on, it says fourth quarter, but I'm assuming it's final by now. Otherwise, there's a real problem. 55-39 Orange over Cleveland, John Marshall. Also, you had Akron Springfield falling to St. Thomas Aquinas last night by the score of 64-46. Inverted scores. You know I love those. Austintown Fitch taking it to Boardman last night, 70-48. This is boys basketball, by the way. We also had Mohawk with a big win over Seneca Valley. That was the final, 59-49. And as I scroll over, that's one thing we gotta figure out, is being able to show these in one clip would be awesome. Geneva with a 72-26 win over Conneaut last night. East Palestine did work, 75-25 over the Academy for Urban Scholars. I had that game. Valley Christian falling to Brookfield, 55-32, your final there. And it was Beaver, 56-53, it looks like, over Shenango. My score's cut off. So regardless, big win either way. And we go to the girls, and what a night in girls basketball. Championships were won and lost. Seemingly felt like every shot had a lot riding on it. What a great opportunity, and we'll go through some of the highlights as well. Camel Memorial falls to Chalker last night, 41-11. St. John gets another big win, 35-26 over Wycliffe. I guess that was different. Wycliffe won the boys' game, lost the girls' game. Valley Christian comes up short against United. The Lady Eagles, I shouldn't say Lady Eagles. They're both the Eagles. The Golden Eagles, 53, and the regular Eagles, Bald Eagles, 35.
Dude.
Shaker Heights gets a 51-31 win over Orange. Conneaut with a 43-31 victory over Lakeside. This was, and we're going to have the head coach talk about it. Maybe the biggest win in LeBray's historic just career of coach players. They get the win 64-52 over Crestview. And let's take a pause right there and let's play the audio and the video essentially from that. Austin Rowe had the call. What did he have to say?
Angel Scruggs crosses over, driving baseline, steps back for three. Oh, what a shot! Angel Scruggs. Riley Rowe driving in, gets it to Kuzma. Kuzma catch, fire, got it! Sloan to Scruggs in the corner. Riley Rowe knocks it down. Big time triple for Rowe. Mia Sloan inside, scoop layup, and it goes! Plus the foul for Mia Sloan. And the Vikings can taste it. For the first time in 45 years, the LeBray Lady Vikings can call themselves league champions.
First time in 45 years. And a lot of those years, let's face it, have been Crestview being in the way.
Yeah.
Right? From that. And that is a huge, Huge win for LeBray. The right to celebrate. Also, hey, not for nothing. Austin Rowe getting a zoom shot, which I absolutely hate. But in a moment like that, zooms in on the celebration.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Emmy Award winning. There's no doubt. Austin
he knew
Rowe
what to do. He knew what to do.
Get that Emmy Award for last night. That call, unbelievable. And certainly has to be just a benchmark win for everything LeBray's tried to do over the years. Obviously everybody circles Crestview and this says, hey, they're the dogs. They're the ones at the top of the pile. And LeBray dethrones the queens of the conference. And we got new champs, and that's big. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, and when you look at the way the last game went against Crestview, it was, Crestview had all over it when they played over Christmas break, and LeBray didn't let that phase them. They kept winning in the conference, set themselves up to have another opportunity at Crestview with the league on the line, and when the light side brightest, man, those players for LeBray stood up tall and did some remarkable things. The defense was really good, holding that Crestview team to just 52 points and some quality 3-point shooting from Kuzmal, who finished with 17. That's a big moment for all those players.
Some other scores real quick from around the area. Champion with a 34-28 victory over Newton Falls last night in girls hoops. Also 47-24. It's Garrettsville Garfield over Liberty. Lowellville comes up short against Jackson Milton 63-29. West Branch, I'm just going to put it out there. A YSN future employee, Allie Carnegie, buries the bucket that beats Howland 41-40. And you know what? Howland must be sacred ground for just unbelievable games.
I know, right?
Just thrillers. There's the Thriller Dome, and we have to come up with something for Howland, because every time someone plays there, it is an absolute drama fest. So, hey, Allie Carnegie coming through in a clutch three, wins the ball game, 41-40 for West Branch over Howland. Ursuline all over Bucktown last night, 71-42, big win for the Lady Irish. And let's go back the other way, a couple more to get you to. It's Beaver coming up short against West Allegheny, 60-38 over in Pennsylvania. Girard, 54-51 in a tight one over Poland. South Range beats Niles, 44-37. Cardinal Mooney with a 4-point victory over Jefferson, 40-36. That's final as well. Mineral Ridge with a 2-point ball game, 2-point win over Western Reserve, 44-42. Anthony, you were there. Quick synopsis of that game.
Yeah, it turned into a real defensive one in the final minute. I think it was stuck on 42-40 Ridge for a long time. And then Ridge hit a couple of free throws to make it 44-40. Ramsey hit a layup, 44-42. And then, it goes down to the last seconds again. Western Reserve goes to the free throw line to tie up the game. Don't get the free throws. Ridge gets a really strong rebound, able to get the ball out of trouble and hold the ball for about 4 seconds until the buzzer goes off to secure that win. 44-42, get some redemption for the Rams as they avenge the earlier season loss to the Blue Devils.
Interesting that it was 4 seconds as opposed to 0.4 seconds. That's very interesting. These things write themselves. Carrollton with an overtime victory against Warren JFK last night, 76-75. Whew. Wow. Lady Eagles. Get them next time. Louisville with a 62-18 victory over Struthers. Pymatuning Valley with a big win, 50-12 over Wyndham. It was Grand Valley 52, Perry 50. Another close victory for Chloe Turk and the Lady Stangs. And it was Lakeview 56, East 25. And your final score last night was Heartland Christian 49 and Leetonia 17. Those are your scores from last night. For more, or if you missed one, head on over to ysnlive.com/scores. All of them updated, as well as we'll have all of them for tonight as well. Mike Swinehart always does an excellent job putting those together, and we're so honored, and it's such a privilege to be able to do what we do every day and report those scores and do these highlights, everything, these interviews, and this one is no different. ladies and gentlemen, unbelievably, Anthony Pools, the championship coach from last night. You've seen the what do we got? LinkedIn problems already. Here we go. I'm writing them in my intro, and just thing takes up the entire screen. Sorry, coach. Let's start again. Anthony Pools in an interview last night or today for last night's championship coach from the LeBray Lady Vikings, an all-star coach, an all-star mom, an all-star wife, and ladies and gentlemen, a championship coach now, Mandy Rowe. Congrats, coach.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure. First question right out of the gate. I think you popped on just as we were talking about it. Yes, the championship, very special, something you worked hard for. When you got to hear the call from Austin, your son, what was it like for you to hear it in the dramatic kind of emphasis? 45 years for the first time in 45 years. What was it like for you?
That was amazing. Like we could not wait to get home to listen to his call because I knew it would be great. But yeah, he dominated that call last night, and I'm like Riley on the court, Todd on the bench with me, and Austin calling the game was pretty special.
You go through that layer of memories, right? So you have every kind of family member in every kind of light. You have someone in the game, someone coaching with you, someone on the call. How special do you think that'll be, especially, in years from now when you can look back and see what kind of memory that was for you guys?
Yeah, that one's in the bank. We have tons of pictures. I'm like, as the mom, I didn't have my phone. It was in my coach's office. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have my phone for pictures, but all the other moms hooked me up. So my whole night was just pictures coming in and videos, and I haven't even went through all of them yet. So I don't even know what's out there yet.
See, that's the best part. You just get to relive it time and time again.
Yep.
Ty Bartell in the comments saying that the Vikings took Rootstown to the limit, and it feels like this team's always been right there. But to be able to really push over the top, to get that championship, to get that sense of confidence, what does it mean for you? What does it mean for this program moving forward?
Oh, it's so huge. We've had so many big moments through the years of, like you said, just almost there. Last year we had Rootstown for 3.5 quarters. Then they hit a couple threes and just kind of took us right out of it. Last year against Crestview, each game we played even with them for a half, and then the other half spoke for themselves. But this year we lose by 40 to them in December. So just trying to keep the girls' confidence up. And just to finish, even at halftime, we're up 12 last night, coming in off Ella's huge 3 at the buzzer. And the girls, they're jumping up and down, they're excited. And I'm like, hold on, we are not done. Like that doesn't mean anything right now. We have to finish. Like we have another half to play. So just keeping them even keeled and relaxed through the whole game. I thought they were tremendous, and it showed tons of maturity in the girls.
You talked about the last couple matchups with Crestview. They've been the monster in the closet for every team in the MVAC. What was it like trying to keep the girls motivated and confident going into this game and knowing that you did have a chance to win despite the way that games in the past have gone?
Just knowing that our girls, we've been prepping all the years, all the preparation that we've done, and just to be confident and trust yourselves, trust our game plan. I mean, we executed our game plan. Flawlessly. Yeah, we had some turnovers, but we made some poor decisions or took some poor shots. But overall, I thought flawless execution out of the girls. And just that maturity in them, all of them, every single one. I'm like, for as bad as, every single girl had some really bad moments at Crestview. The last time we played them, they all played that much better this time.
It's
every single one of them.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And what I think it's incredible to think about how things change so quickly. And, most people are probably thinking about next year and, okay, well, now you're the champs and you have to defend it next year. But I think there's looking over the fact that you'll have to defend it. Now you're the champs going into the tournament. How does it change, from being the hunters to quote unquote the hunted, moving into a tournament like you're about to go into?
Well, I mean, I always like being the underdog. It just takes a lot of pressure off. But yeah, I think we've earned that. I think the girls have worked hard to earn the respect of other teams, and hopefully that builds their confidence. Something very special about my girls is they play for each other. Last night you could see it. Every time we made a big shot, every other girl on the court, the bench, they were so thrilled and excited for each of the girls that made the basket or made the pass. It was really cool to see on the replay.
This wasn't a game that went down to the wire. It was one that you had, a 12-point lead late. We saw the highlight. What was going through your mind as it became a reality that you guys were going to get this win?
Oh, it was to the wire for me. I was like, just because they are so dangerous in their press and they're so dangerous offensively, I'm like, maybe 30 seconds left in the game. I'm like, oh, okay. I think we're doing it. And 10 seconds in, I was like, all right. But I was like, come on, clock, keep ticking away. Let's go. That clock needs to keep going because they were in the bonus. So I'm like, don't put them on the line. We got to keep the clock running. And I thought we were really patient at the end, moving the ball. So
did that last quarter, that last 30 seconds last forever? Or was it one of those things where you looked up and, it was bang, bang, done?
Oh, the quarter lasted forever. It was forever. The last 4 minutes, probably the longest
really
ever. Once a minute hit, then it was kind of like, all right, let's just be smart. But you can't trust. Rhodes is amazing. Mm-hmm. And I'm just waiting for her. Like, she played a great game. She really did. But I thought defensively our game plan worked. So just exciting for our community and for our girls.
Coach, last year when you played them at home, Ella Kuzmal wasn't able to play, and she made herself an impact in this game, scoring 17. What was it like for her as a senior to kind of be able to make her impact in this kind of game? What do you see from her, and how cool is it as a coach to see someone come back from that kind of adversity to make a huge impact in the biggest game of the year?
Oh, it was awesome. I'm like, there's no better time for her to step up. Big shot after big shot for her. And then actually Mariah Jones, she was back. She's actually missed over a year and a half with her injury. And she came back against Mogador on Thursday, and she had a couple big moments last night too. So just the joy for all of us to be healthy again, and hopefully we can continue to be healthy, that they all got to take part in that, and just everybody had such a big role.
Obviously everybody is excited for the girls, for the program, but you mentioned it a little bit earlier, and I want to go back to it if we can. The community, the support that the communities have had for this program in particular. What does it mean to have such great backing from parents and fans and alums, administrators, things of that nature around this program, and now to see it succeed, and kind of a, hey, thank you to the fans?
It's great. I told the girls, I'm like, look at all the support you have. We had a nice crowd last night, and I'm like, just go play, relax, have fun, play with joy, take pride in what you do. And I told them in the locker room before the game, I was like, I'm proud of you. No matter the outcome, go out and play hard. And everybody's proud of you.
DJ alluded to it a little bit earlier in the interview. You have a tournament coming up, so this is not the end of the road by any means. You still have a lot of goals in front of you. How do you celebrate the moment, but also kind of put it in the rear view and focus on the next challenge ahead?
So we had the celebration last night, and I was like, you guys take your pictures, have your fun. Tomorrow, let's get back to work. And we have Niles on Thursday, which is a huge game. They're having a great season. So we have to prep for them. So I'm like, enjoy your night, but let's get back to work the next 2 days. And then we've got tournament coming, so we'll be prepping for that as well. So we've got to stay grounded.
First time in 45 years. Austin put it perfectly. When you think about that in the time capsule that is LeBray Athletics, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to this program moving forward?
Oh, it's just it's like surreal. I won't tell you, but that was a long time ago. A little bit, I was maybe a teeny tiny baby at that time. So just to get a year up on the banner for these girls, it's been a goal of theirs for 4 years now. So just hopefully those young kids can come, and I know we had some young girls there watching. One of them's in my class right now, and she was so excited. She's like, that was so much fun watching that. So hopefully we can carry that tradition on.
I like that. Yeah, I'm not, try not to age yourself with the 1981. I like playing that close.
I'm still 26, but
Atta girl.
26 forever.
Oh man, when you think about all the people that have come through LeBray since 1981, what does it mean to this program to have a night like this, and the alumni and the people that have kind of forged the pathway for the girls that made this moment possible?
Oh, it's so special. I had some former players there last night. I had, when I got home, text messages from players that are out of state that couldn't be here, just saying congratulations, proud of the girls, proud of the program. It's just special. That's the reason we do it, for the future of these girls now are out doing something in their professional lives and their career, and just that they can still say, hey coach, nice job.
Now everybody,
and they helped build that. They helped start that.
Of course. It was a team effort. It was a community effort. There's no doubt about it. From alma mater and obviously the players that got it done on the court, and the coaches that helped those players.
I do want to shout out my assistants. Sure. Rick Aldridge, he had a great game plan. He spent a lot of days and nights scouting and looking at film, looking back. So he was like, this is what we need to do. And then Todd had a couple ideas. I'm like, they're the behind the scenes, but they're huge to what we're doing.
So let's talk about those conversations that you had early on for this year with those assistant coaches. Did any of you envision this season going as well as it has? And obviously there's been adversity along the way. You talked about that Crestview game in December. When you think back to the beginning of this season, the off-season workouts, could you really kind of make it a tangible effort and tangible kind of focus that you'd be standing here February 10th as MVAC champions?
It's been a goal. It was a goal. And then they put the work in, and then you kind of hit that buzzsaw at their place, and it's like, oh, so we had to take a step back and like, what can we do? Reflecting on that, what can the girls do? We got to fix some things. And I think after that game is when we really started playing so much better as a team and gelling together and cohesive.
Yeah, and it's funny how that works. Sometimes you need that little wake-up call to kind of come together and play even more as a unit. Coach, one of my last questions for you is, when you look back at, that loss and coming off it, what were some things that you saw in film that still said, even though, the score was what it was, like, there are things we can do that maybe we didn't execute in the first game, but there are like those things that you see on film as a coach that say, yeah, it's still there. Like the team that can beat Crestview is still there in the film.
Well, first of all, I laugh because I'm like, well, first of all, we need to be able to score. And I know we can score. I don't know. We might have shot under 20% that game from the floor. Like it was not pretty. And then our turnovers we had really bad turnovers where they were able to score in transition. And we knew we had to cut our turnovers down and hopefully be able to play them in the half court defense. And we did. I think we had 12 to 14 turnovers last night, and 2 were just backcourt violations, which we told them that's fine. Take a backcourt violation before a turnover and a layup. And then 1 was like a 3-second call. So I thought we did a nice job, really great job of handling their press and handling the ball.
Coach, we can't thank you enough for taking time out of your day to be here with us and to celebrate with us. You know how big of fans we are of you, your kids, your husband, your entire family, your dogs, whatever. We love the Rose. We're proud of you. Thank you for everything you've done to help support us. And we could not be more just outstanding, over the moon, pumped up for you and your program. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, MVAC champion forever now, Mandy Rowe. Thanks,
Thanks,
Coach.
guys. See you.
Oh, I cut it off too quick. That's my bad. I put new batteries in the mouse.
You
from
pulled
the
the
last couple.
you pulled the Oscars. You taking too long. We're gonna play the orchestra.
She was not taking too long. She was fine. I just accidentally clicked the button. It was just hovering. Sorry, Coach. Appreciate you always. And when you think about what this means for LeBray, and I'm talking about across the entire spectrum of athletics, they took down the champ.
Yeah.
To be the man, you got to beat the man, right? That's what they always say. And well, that happened last night, and it's not a dance because Crestview lost. It's a celebration because LeBray won, and it was a situation I don't think anybody outside of LeBray saw that happening.
And I think something that Mandy Rowe will really enjoy, and she said it too, like, you won and Addison Rhodes had a good game. And so you can say that, like, we really did win. We earned it. It wasn't because, maybe Addison Rhodes was off and she only scored 10. But, no, she still had 20 points, played really well, played a good game. So, you'll take every win you get, but even when you can win, say the superstar still played well, that's even another feather in your cap to say we just played a little bit better, which is fun to say. And LeBray, that might be one of the first times I've seen a team get completely dominated one game and then just a month later come back and get not just a buster beater win, but emphatically win by double digits. 12-point victory over Crestview. That was very awesome to see them kind of shake off that 40-point loss to Crestview earlier in the season. Realize that a lot of it was on them. A lot of it was on the mistakes they made. They cleaned it up. They worked hard in practice. They got together as a unit. And they came back a little bit over a month later and, reversed the script and got the big double-digit win on their end.
That's why they play the game, right? That's why it's not played on paper. It's played on the court. We go from girls hoops to boys hoops. And one of the area's best players, just all around, top scorers, best performers. Dude is a walking, talking highlight. Ladies and gentlemen, junior from Cheney, the GOAT, Austin Brown. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Dude, I'd like to say I've never been better, but I've never been you. So, okay, let's go down the road. It's your junior year. I mentioned earlier, one of the questions I had to lead with was your leadership. You've been a leader since you took the floor, dude. What has it been like being a junior this year? Have things changed for you, or has it been business as usual?
Most definitely, it's been a couple of changes, and junior year, you got to mature a little bit more experience for sure. And just taking over the team, just making sure we come out with a dub and finish the season off strong.
You come into this season with 2 years under your belt where you've kind of proven yourself as someone that can go and be a statistical leader. So after that, there's a lot of guys, especially younger guys on this team, that are now looking to you. What has that been like, now that you're kind of a role model to some of these younger players and you're someone that is looked to for advice and emotional leadership, not just statistical leadership?
It's definitely meant a lot. We have a freshman, Keith Franklin, and I feel like he's one of the top freshmen in the area, and I'm just trying to lead him to be better than me, really. I feel like he can do that and take it on as we leave going into my senior year. And we also have a couple sophomores that I feel like we can trust to be a leader as well. So, yeah.
AB, it's crazy when you think about Cheney. You guys always seem to fly under the radar, and then everybody's surprised with what you're able to do in the postseason. For you, why is it? How is it that you guys are always looked over in the regular season and such a huge surprise as you guys turn towards the tournament?
I'm not really sure. This season we kind of been under the radar, and we feel we just had to come out and show everybody that we are better than what we people think we are. We definitely feel like we don't get as much like support and like rankings and everything, but we feel like we take that as a huge impact in the locker room. We feel like we got to push and get that number 1 seed for sure.
I mean, beyond, do you like that underdog mentality though? Do you like when people underestimate you so you can go and prove them wrong on the court? Do you like that?
Definitely. We feel like teams don't really like think that we're that good, so we just come out strong, got to hit them hard, and then just wake them up.
What's the strength of your game? I mean, everybody talks about, you averaging 17 a game. You can go for more. There's no doubt. But you're a great teammate. You're making sure that your other guys get the ball too. What's the strength of your game? And if you were to play yourself on one-on-one, what is your weakness?
I think my strength is probably my IQ. I like find my teammates, and I know when it's the time to get a bucket. If I need to do that, I'll do that. And a weakness, I say my weakness right now is definitely just having my head on straight before games and just being focused throughout the whole game without like letting my emotions get the best of me.
I'm not shocked that IQ is a strength because you're in a basketball family. I mean, it's all basketball all the time, from your dad to your sister. It seems like everyone.
She dances. Let's give her credit. She dances. She corrected us.
I dance as well.
You dance as well.
Let's go.
All right.
Man, but having so much basketball in that household, what's that been like for you growing up?
It's definitely been a huge impact. We have a very competitive household. My mom also is a track star. She's in the Hall of Fame at Mooney actually, and it's a very competitive household.
Well, given that you have the mic right now, I'll give you the easy question: who's the best athlete in the family?
Honestly, I think it's my dad, but I don't want to say that. I think it's me, in my opinion. But
I love it.
Yeah.
When we had Alyssa on, she said that you were her biggest critic. Do you think the flip side's true too? Do you think she's your biggest critic?
I wouldn't say my biggest critic, but I'm definitely her biggest critic. I think my biggest is probably my dad, though. Yeah.
I think she also said you guys aren't allowed to play one-on-one anymore. Any insight on that?
Yeah. She just can't with me. I get in her head and everything. So, yeah.
Who wins usually?
Usually we don't ever finish the game, honestly. Yeah, we never really get to finish the game.
Is it just fighting? What is it?
Arguing, fighting, too competitive, too physical. Just
love it.
Yeah, it's simple.
Is there anybody else, if you guys were doing like a mixed 2-on-2, is there anybody else you'd want on your team other than your sis?
My oldest brother, DeAndre, he went to college and played in the league for a little bit.
But if you're mixed, right? If you're mixed, if you got mixed, so it's got to be boy girl, right?
Oh,
it's got to be your sister, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say you better answer that, or else there might be another fight at the Brown house.
DJ's trying to smooth over the.
I'm trying to help. I'm
trying to help. Trying to help. Junior year is also a year where you start to, think about life after high school a little bit. You still have a year to go, but that idea kind of starts getting in your mind about what you want to do with your future. What are some of those early thoughts about things you want to do after high school?
After high school, I definitely want to go to college. I'm actually in an early college program, so I take classes on YSU, and I get to go to YSU for free without a doubt for a year. And if not YSU, I hope to go somewhere else for basketball, if anything. But I hope to major in computer science.
What are some of the things that basketball has taught you? I know you're only a junior, but basketball, sports in general, great educators on life. What things has basketball taught you to kind of understand about life?
Basketball definitely has a lot of life lessons. It lets you know, it kind of teaches you composure, definitely how to compose your emotions. I think it also brings like a membership. I'm like, not a membership, a family. Definitely a basketball family. That's how we are at Cheney. And always say one band, one sound. Definitely teaches you just how to keep going with even when times are low, times high. Just keep pushing.
Been to a lot of games this year where you get to see the little kids play at halftime, and you start to try to figure out which one of those kids is going to be the next Austin Brown up there when they get to high school. If you go back and talk to your little self, when you were 5, 6, 7, and with a basketball in your hand, what are some things that you think you'd tell yourself that might pave the way for what you were able to do in your career?
I'd say to be more confident. I'm pretty hard on myself. I try to push myself over the limit sometimes, and I get in my head a lot. But I would definitely tell myself be confident, play my game, and just keep going.
What's been the biggest adversity that you faced this year, whether it's from a personal standpoint, team standpoint? What's something that you've had that's really challenged you that you've seen yourself fight through?
Definitely finishing out the season, winning the games, only losing 3 games this season. And honestly, I feel like we should have won those games. We kind of beat ourselves. And the adversity that I would say is just going, finishing all games strong, not taking our opponent lightly.
When you think about, some of those opponents that you get even more up for, the teams in your schedule you circle a couple of times, who are those teams for you? Who are your rivals per se that you really get fired up to play?
We got a big one tonight, actually. We got East last time ever. So that's definitely one of the highest ones. We're combining with them next year. Another one that we had highlighted this year was definitely St. V's. And I would say another one, I think coming up at the end is Talmadge, because we lost to them in the playoffs last year, and kind of controversial. I think we should have won that game, but it's definitely, we got to get them back this year.
What's it going to be like for you tonight, and knowing that those could be your teammates next year?
It's definitely going to be a lot of emotions. A lot of those people on the East are like brothers to me off the court, and we all have good friendships outside of basketball. But once we're on the court, it's like more of me and Alyssa, a rivalry, and it's like a more fight game. So I think this is going to be a huge game tonight. It's going to be packed with a lot of people we know, and we just got to bring it.
In that same line of questioning, I mean, this is your last season as a Cheney Cowboy on the basketball program. You're going to be, a completely new entity next year. What has that been like, being like the last team to put a stamp on Cheney basketball and trying to really go out with a bang and prove to people, what Cheney was about when they kind of look back on the history books in years to come?
It definitely means a lot to me. I was a water boy for about 7 years. Cheney's been reopened, and I've been a water boy ever since. So seeing all of the Sherrod Taylors and the Cam Lawrences, Quincy, just meant a lot to me. And I feel like I just gotta make my name, make my impact as a Cheney Cowboy, and definitely enroll my dominance on the court. Try to win a district, and we haven't won it since I've been here. So definitely big impact.
Being that you were a water boy, you've been around this program for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about some of those guys that come up and the influence that they've had on you in your game, in your life.
They definitely have a big influence on me. I still talk to those guys like they're my older brothers to this day. Getting a lot of texts from them today, especially yesterday, talking about how I was the water boy for them, and it just meant a lot to me. And I got to go out there tonight, show them that how all their games have affected me on a life standpoint and just on the game, on the court.
When you see, a kid come up to you and in the same light, and now you're the role model, what's that feel like for you to kind of be what those guys were to you back in the day?
It means a lot to me. I have had a lot of kids come up to me after games and take pictures and everything. So it's just like a heartwarming moment, something you dream of, really.
Let's talk about your role models. Who are your role models personally, whether it's on the floor or off the floor? And what's the best advice that you've received from somebody that you consider a role model?
My biggest role models are probably my dad and my brother. They give me a lot of advice. They critique me a lot, very hard on me, push me to be the best version of myself. I feel like those two definitely are my biggest role models, because they not only are they hard on me, but they show a hard love, and it's very important to my journey in this high school career and at Cheney.
What advice have they given you?
The advice they have given me was to keep going, keep fighting. Definitely try to get less hard on myself. Focus on school for sure, and school comes first. So
it's good advice.
Yes, sir.
It really is. Austin, we've seen you hit big threes. We've seen you take people off the dribble to the hoop. What's your favorite part of the offensive game? Do you like hitting the threes, or do you like taking people off the dribble and going right to the rack?
Honestly, I say my favorite thing about scoring probably be a 3, but I love seeing my teammates score too as well.
All right, we're gonna play a little game called "What Could It Be?" If you were on the YSN Talent Show and you couldn't be a basketball player, what's one little-known talent that you have that nobody else knows?
I definitely say my dancing or playing soccer.
What got you into dancing?
Dance. When I was at Cheney Middle School, they had a little dance program, and at first I didn't want to do it at first, and then Alyssa was in there. She was talking about how fun it was or whatever. So I tried it out with one of my old pals, and we just went in there, and just ever since we just loving it.
So what's the best dance? Like, what are you best at when it comes to being on the floor and dancing and not balling?
Dancing, I'd probably say it's actually leadership as well with that. I'm gifted in dance actually, like, so it's good to go on everything. And yeah, I definitely say leadership probably with that as well.
Love it.
Do you have a go-to move, like the go-to dance move?
Not really. I'm more of a old school type of dance guy though. I like the old school music.
All right, so old school to you means like regular school to us. So what is old school to you?
More like the new editions and stuff like that.
I was just hoping he didn't say like "Yeah" by Usher. I'd been like, "Oh, come on."
Nah.
It's not old school yet, right?
Wow. You're getting lots of comments, man, about being a 5-star kid on and off the floor. John Pecchia shouting you out. I mean, lots of people, AB, talking about how you're a role model, how you're a great individual, both on and off the floor. Also, one of the best teammates around. For you, why is that an emphasis in everything that you do? Is the way you handle yourself, the way you carry yourself, both on and off the basketball floor?
It definitely means a lot to me. I feel like the way I carry myself off the court could affect my family, and the way I carry myself on the court can affect my teammates and my coaches. So I feel like that's a big thing, and I have to carry myself to be the best version of myself. And as a member of the Cheney basketball team and as a family of the Brown family, I feel like those are one of the top things that I have to look for and keep on stand.
Earlier we joked about how competitive your family is, but it's a family legacy, like you just said. What are some things that you've done to try to hold up that Brown legacy and try to kind of keep that Brown name in the halls of Cheney and the halls of the area's great athletes?
One thing I'm trying to do right now is reach my 1,000 points. Alyssa's just done it, and she's the first ever out of our family. My dad and my brothers haven't reached that yet, so hopefully I'm the first boy to do that.
We're proud of you, man. There's no doubt. Both you and your sister, your whole family. Let's just throw them in there too, because what you mean to this area, what you mean to Youngstown, what you mean to these great young kids coming up through. I know everybody points to you, your family, and says, we want to be like them when we get older. Kudos to you, man. Kudos to your mom and your dad for raising great kids. And dude, we're proud of you. So keep on keeping on. And certainly if there's anything we can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. You're an all-star in every right, man. We're proud of you. Keep it up. Thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Cheney, Austin Brown. Is there, a nicer young man? But I bet you that goes away when he's on the floor.
Oh.
I just guarantee that smile, that $1 million smile goes away, and it's just an absolute dog on the other side. It wouldn't want to D him up. There's no way. And you certainly don't want to be in his way when he knows he needs a bucket. He is a walking, talking bucket.
He is one of the best guards in the state. I would stamp my finger on that. Because it's special when you can score from anywhere on the floor. Like, we see a lot of guys that are kind of that hallmark 3-point shooter, that are really good shooters. We see a lot of guys that maybe can dribble off the drive and take you to the hoop and score through contact. Austin Brown can kind of do it all. He also has got that, mean mid-range jumper, so he can take you off the drive and then stop and pull up in the high post if he wants to. When you're able to just score in a multitude of ways, that makes you so hard to defend. But then he's good at distributing the ball. I mean, he has 2 other players that are averaging double figures because he leads the team in assists. So he's really good at also making other people good around him. And you can't value that. You can't put a price tag on being able to make other people around you better. And that's something that one of the things that Austin Brown excels at, especially.
Incredible. 2 great interviews today. Lots of great highlights on social as well as on YouTube. Go check out all of that stuff out on YSN. And hey, we did it, man.
We
got better. We got better. I don't know how we did it. We got better. Couldn't got worse yesterday.
That's what we were saying before the show. It's hard to go down. It's hard to go down.
If there's an element of professionalism that I had yesterday that most people will never know about, but I will tell you this: we worked through it. We worked through it. We are not ever labeled professional, but I can tell you that yesterday felt like one. We got through an hour-long show, and it didn't fall apart completely. So very excited to be able to have both Mandy Rowe, Austin Brown on the show today.
Mm-hmm.
We got another great show for you tomorrow. You and Gary will have an unbelievable show is what I understand. You want to tease it?
Isabella, I had this trouble yesterday.
Again!
Isabella Williams from Brookfield will be the guest tomorrow, the big dog of the week from last week from Brookfield. So she'll be on the show talking about her season, her career, the big things that she's done, not just for Brookfield, but in the off season as well. She's a great club wrestler with a lot of accolades in the travel wrestling circuit. So we'll talk to her about all of that. It's going to be a fun one. And of course, we'll recap all the great stuff. We've had a lot of the conference duels be wrapped up, and we're gearing up for a tournament. I think the bracket draw, at least we'll know where the teams are going for districts. The actual matchups won't be announced until about the day before the actual district match, but we'll know where teams are going, and we can kind of preview that for tournament time too.
And just as an update, we are working through some of the final conversations with our friends at the NFHS, which means we will have all of these games, at least the majority. We're going to get to as many as we possibly can. And to get those games, you need to go and subscribe to the NFHS network. So go get those games. It's very, very affordable, much better than, when we do the $9.99 a night kind of deal. So it made sense for our consumers, for our fans. Go get the NFHS network. Get it now. I buy it myself. This isn't something that I'm telling you to do that I wouldn't do myself. We will have those games, and then we will re-air them following the live broadcast. So just so you know that, NFHS will have it first, and then we will re-air them right after on YSN. Both, and I think we're going to pick a game or a couple games to air on social media and our YouTube channel as well. So we're excited about that. So in case you were wondering what was happening for basketball, we should have a lot more games, but they're going to be live to tape unless you have the NFHS network. Which again, I implore you, please go subscribe because it is worth every penny, and you'll be able to get those games because we'll be there. There will be a kind of home feeling, home touch to it if you're used to YSN broadcast. So make sure you do that. That's for boys and girls. And then we'll have all that stuff. Presumably we'll do it for the spring sports as well. So you might as well just buy the rest of the year.
Let's go ahead.
Buy the rest of the year. Have fun with it. Keep it in your back pocket. You can go watch games from all over the country. Not just here in Northeast Ohio, Western Pennsylvania. So again, so very fortunate and blessed to be able to partner up with the NFHS network. They love what we do. We love what they do. And now it's an absolute nuclear weapon with the two forces combined. So excited for that. And excited for all the games tonight on the network. 18 games and 18 games on the network tonight. Looking forward to each and every one of them. But right now, it's time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark? Presented by Joe Dickey Electric. They are everything electrical. And just like YSN, they're available 24/7, 365 on the web at DickeyElectric.com. Today, the Tuesday, February 10th edition of What's Your Spark? Award-winning Anthony Ronald Hart.
And not only did we have a bunch of championships earned on the basketball court last night, but we also saw the communities. I mean, every one of these games had a huge crowd. Girard with the championship over Poland. Huge crowd at Girard. Huge crowd at LeBray. Huge crowd at Middle Ridge and Western Reserve. I love seeing the community support. Keep it up. Plenty of basketball tonight. Go out there and get to your community games, because when there is a packed gym, basketball is one of the most electric sports there is. When when everyone's engaged in the game and it's a packed house, there's really not a feeling like it in high school sports. The matches a packed basketball court. So, it's fun to see. It's great to see in the big moments, and I hope it continues as the season goes on.
My spark, my friend, is something that I saw this past weekend, and I just want to throw out a reminder because I was educated with just sage advice not too long ago from a coach who I went after this advice. Hey, what should 8U, 10U, 12U athletes be looking for? And how should coaches be coaching them at those levels? And he made it very clear, and he made no punches were pulled. And he said, when you are below the middle school grades, there's one goal in every sport, and that's that kid should be smiling and wanting to come back practice after practice, game after game. That's the only job of a coach, is to make sure that that kid is smiling, they're having fun. That's it. Get to middle school, you build on the foundational aspect of it. Still, there's something I haven't said yet, Anthony. You get to high school, it's about wins and losses. Mm-hmm. Wins and losses should not fall down that chain any further than high school. Middle school, great, they're handing out championships. It doesn't matter. There's nobody, and they might look really good on a shelf. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry to break it to all these coaches and conferences and tournament directors. It doesn't matter what you do at the youth level. These kids need to appreciate, love the game, and be able to come back. Because what we're seeing is an absolute travesty that kids are falling out of love with playing sports, with playing with their friends because of playing time, because of wins and losses, because of championships. And listen, I love championships. I would chase them until I am super competitive, uber competitive. We wouldn't be here if we weren't competitive. But I will say this, there's a time and there's a place for it, and it's not in youth sports. It's not. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. Some people are going to win more than they lose. Some people are going to lose more than they win. Please, coaches, directors, whoever you are, commissioners, please emphasize below the middle school, threshold. It's about loving the game. Let them learn to love the game, the sport, whatever it is. Have them come back with a smile on their face. Get to middle school, build on the foundationals. Listen, they're going to want to win. Everybody wants to win. Nobody wants to lose. But guess what? Somebody has to, right? Learn the fundamentals, get better. High school, it's about wins, it's about losses, and the combination of the two previous. Let's not get those mixed up. It is not a good look when you're screaming at a 7-year-old on the middle of the floor on a Sunday. It's just not a good look in front of parents from both sides, and potentially different communities are seeing this. It's just not a good look. So I'm not criticizing anybody. Everybody has their own way of how they teach, how they coach. But I can promise you, it's never wow, I want to be like that guy. It's never that situation. Right. So please keep those things in mind. I'm not preaching at you. I'm not on my high horse here. It's just a constant reminder of why we play sports. Remember why you started playing sports, because it's fun, right? 1% of 1% will go and play professionally. 1% of 1%. 7% will play any division in college sports out of high school. 7% of every kid that ever is a student athlete will play college sports. Think about that. It's not the be all and it's not the end all. It's fun. It's fundamental. It's about wins and losses. Period. End of sentence. That is a show. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward to Wrestling Wednesday tomorrow. And you and Gary, you always put on a good show. We appreciate you. And the Big Dogs will be released tomorrow as well for week 6 of basketball, week 5 of wrestling.
Yep.
Had a quite showing last week. Over 300,000 votes on basketball. Girls, where you at? You're usually ones that show up and vote.
Boys blew up last week.
Yeah. Maplewood showed up.
Maplewood
showed up in a big, big way. So that's going to do it for our show today. Tune in tomorrow at noon. Anthony and Gary will have Wrestling Wednesday with Isabella Williams. See how you do that?
Yep, he got it.
Helps when you have a daughter named Isabella. It's real, slides right off the tongue. For Anthony Hartwig, my name's DJ Oakley. We'll be better tomorrow. I don't know how. We're going to figure it out, though. But as always, Ant, may sports be with you, pal.
And you, my friend.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of Your Sports Network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.